Kong, based in Hong Kong. I'm the CEO and founder of Mixed Care Health. Mixed Care Health is a health tech SaaS company to offer accessibility and affordability healthcare solution to individuals in Asia. So in Asia, you may not be very familiar with. Quality, affordability, and accessibility are a major problem in healthcare sectors. To encounter this, we have to address a free waste problem, including consumer side, insurance providers and partners, and also healthcare vendors. For consumers in Asia, more than 40% of the populations are still underserved. These people are not covered by health insurance, and healthcare is a major expense to them. And even though they have insurance, like group medical insurance, the coverage usually does not match to their needs and become a huge wastage. And a lot of healthcare services are not digitalized and lead to a very bad user experience today. And from insurer perspective, being our ex-insurance partnership lead at a company, at an insurance company, I have seen that a lot of insurer does not have the capability to build our cost-efficient and customer-centric digital healthcare product to serve the end consumers. So especially for the medium or smaller size scale insurance company, because of budgets and resources, they have lack of the accessibility to local healthcare vendors as well. And from the vendor side, healthcare vendors are still using a very traditional way to serve the customers. The market is super fragmented and they have an invitation to reach out to new consumers. And they really want to get connected to the insurance network as well, but they do not have the connections. And Mixed Care Health is here to empower the underserved population through improved accessibility to medical and wellness solutions in Asia, while enhancing user experience and outcome. We do this through a cutting-edge technology platform, connects medical and wellness vendors, consumers, and insurance companies through an interface, as well as enhanced engagement and diagnostic quality through capabilities such as customizable e-medical cards, digital check-in claims, online booking enabled marketplace, health data wallets, recommendation engine. We have so far on board 1,000 health and wellness vendors, rapidly growing customer base, and are in the process of integrating with numerous insurance companies. And let me quickly show you a quick demo how it works from a consumer side. So this is our mobile app, and in the mobile app, you can see they have a customized membership card. And today in Hong Kong, we have 1,000 clinics that available to these customers, and they're able to access to it and enjoy a discount up to 70%. And we already have different kinds of medical services, including GPs, specialists, physiotherapists, Chinese doctors, mental care, etc., etc. And you can also make a booking and also can do a video conferencing with the doctors as well. And we in the next phase, we offer more targeted and localized wellness and medical services locally to specific persona to drive higher usage and conversion. For example, we recently rolled out new mother care services to the new mothers and new mother to be. And it is also available to the babies and child as well. So, you know, as a mother, they have to consume a lot of different kind of services from prenatal and from to postnatal. And another services we provide is a smart check, digital health check solution to track your health conditions. In Asia, a lot of health check solutions actually still on a paper base, and is not tractable and not for, there's no recommendations. So we leverage our capability to use using our AI engine to recommend relevant wellness services and medical services to these health check patients based on their risk, their body conditions as well. And we also allow to combine with IoT variable to track the consumer health activity and trigger instant alerts. And these are some of the activities we're gonna recommend to the patients, such as the health concierge service, tailor-made health program, and also health supplement. And from the B2B side, our service also provide a customized B2B health tech product for our B2B clients. For example, insurance companies, virtual banks, and also telecommunications companies. And these kind of services are currently available, including local wellness vendors, 1,000 doctors and clinics, activity tracking, telehealth, and online bookings. The beauty of this solution is like you're allowed to use our open API to connect our wellness service providers. And for example, you would like to acquire outpatient services, psychologist consultations, you can use our interface, use our platform to acquire these services easily. Today, we have over 3,000 trusted clients and partners using our services, including insurance company, transportations, logistic companies, etc. One of our case study is a leading virtual insurers in Hong Kong called Blue. They are backed by Tencent and Hill House Capital, one of the largest VC fund in China, in the world. And instead of building a medical team internally, they acquired our outpatient services and our technology capability. We helped them to decrease the product manufacturing cost by 32% and speed up the launch time by at least 2 months. And we are currently in discussion with 5 other insurance company, broker firm, and also virtual banks in Asia. So the benefit across, we have numerous benefit across the ecosystem, which the current solution doesn't have. Take for example, consumer side, we have more than 1,000 partners and clinics available, and we already deal with these companies and and get a really attractive discounted rate. And unlike other insurance company, it is open to anyone with existing conditions as well. And there's no age limitations. And from insurance and partner side, we use our technology capability, open API, and scalable backend. They can enhance their offering in a really short time instead of spending a lot of money and with months of development. And we help them to access to consumers as well. And for vendors, we also solve the problem for them to access to new customers base by connecting them with the insurance network and other partners such as virtual banks and telco communications company. So in conclusions, for MixCare Health, we have our infrastructures are ready and scalable, and we offer a quick and cost-efficient, effective adoptions, allow our partners to connect our services. And we also offer personalized customer's journey for for the insurance company to develop their own insurance products based on the different demographics. And last but not least, we have very friendly tools, backend tools for the partners to easily manage their service portfolio. So they allow them to track the usage and the engagement statistics of the end consumers. Our team have a very strong health tech background. Myself, I work in insurance company before as a partnership and product lead. And my other partners also have more than 50 years of experience in mobile app development, IT digital transformation in health tech and insurtech industries, including AIA, AXA, FWD, Potential, and Blue. Our team also have complete more than 20 IT projects with regional insurance companies. And our company is supported and funded by Hong Kong Cyberport and by various angel investors today. Thank you very much. And we are looking for partners from wellness and also on medical side. And also we would love to talk to people who are looking for healthcare solutions in Europe and in EMEA, and I mean in America. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Really appreciate the presentation. Tell me something. Did you wear these glasses to look smart?
Yeah, I'm trying to. During the midnight, I'm trying to be. Did I look smarter? I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You. Fantastic. Fantastic. No, thanks a lot, Alex. Do we have any question for Alex? Probably we can take one question right now. Okay, if you don't have any question right now, you want to ask later, probably you can do that in the chat section. Or obviously you want to connect with Alex later, just email me, just email Alex and we can get connected that way. Sounds fantastic. Thanks a lot, Alex. I know it is slightly late in Hong Kong, so if you want, you can sleep or wait for the message on chat. I'll invite Kirill from Taurus Advisors.
Hi, everyone. So let me
fantastic. Please go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, I should see my screen.
Yes.
So hi everyone. My name is Kirill Setsin. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Taurus Advisors, and we develop a product which helps banks to better understand the charges, the costs that they're paying as card scheme fees to Visa and MasterCard, and optimize them. So globally, the card payments market looks like that there's banks issuers who are issuing the cards, which are issuing the cards to their card holders, then the acquirers, which are enabling merchants to accept those cards, and there are card schemes like Visa and MasterCard standing in between and enabling these payments relationships. And for the various services, for the brand, for the network, and many others, these card schemes charging fees from both parties, from issuers and acquiring banks. And the interesting thing is that the gross dollar volume of the processed numbers of those card schemes, it's growing around like 6 to 8% per year, while the revenue which is formed by those charges is growing like 10 to 12% per year, meaning that there are more and more charges are being introduced, and this kind of fees burden is increasing. And the another thing is that the structure of those fees is quite cumbersome, and the drivers are not clear. And based on that, we've heard from the banks, and we believe in that. So we did the cross checks that the banks are actually overpaying to card schemes, because, for example, a sample invoice looks like a PDF with several hundreds of lines of different items, of different fees, and it's pretty much unclear which items are driving which costs and what drivers are should be used by that. And we developed a product which enables banks to better understand what they're paying to the card schemes, and based on that, take data-driven management decisions and optimize their costs. And some of the issues came from the point that there lack of straight-through process within the bank, where different functions like operations, processing, and business sit down and look at a single point what actual data is driving these costs that they're paying to card schemes. And our tool can do both retro analysis and predictive analytics. And we're pretty easy scalable within the bank and pretty easy to enter. So as a couple of words about our architecture. So we use the data that is being exchanged already between the bank and card schemes. So bank doesn't have to do any kind of special preparation for us. So we take the invoices, we take the reported data they send on a quarterly basis to card schemes, and also on the scale stage, we take transactional data from them. And based on our models, we produce 3 types of values. First is analytics, so allocation down to a single transaction, and then sum it up the data by product, merchant category, merchant, and even splitting the costs between lines of business, so meaning issuing and acquiring business, is not easy stuff because it is not clearly separatable. So we should apply our own methodology on that. The second value is reconciliation. So for a bank to be able to reconcile the invoices that they're getting versus what they should have been paying. and doing kind of forecast based on the forecasted changes in tariffs and rules, because tariffs and rules of card schemes are pretty often updated at least several times per quarter. And so it's vital for a bank to be able to understand how they will affect their business. And the third pillar is optimization. So actually we have a model which estimates the potential for those cost saving, and for each particular item, so for each particular fee, we provide a recommended initiative for a bank to implement it. So and there is a pretty much like variation, I would say. So we intend, so as the market is pretty new and we're pretty new to the market, so we intend to start with a POC. So usually we narrow down the scope to a single card scheme. We do not do any kind of integration, so we can take all the data like via SFTP or by files. So within like 4 to 6 weeks, we typically do this POC, and commercially we price it either as a fixed, or we can also take some cost based on success fee basis. So based on what cost saving we're actually driving for this particular bank. And then on the scale up stage, we increase the scope for all card schemes. We add transactional data. We also take care about data sets and model refreshes on our own. And then we do some integrations both for incoming data and to outgoing data. So for example, we can build in our tool within existing like data infrastructure of the banks to enrich their existing data sets. And commercially on scale, we price it as an annual subscription fee. So one of the case studies, one of the first one actually we had, it was like mid last year. So we did a project for 50 Russian bank for their acquiring business. So their goal was to be able to understand their outgoing interchange down to a level of a single POS terminal. And we've done a very good precision rate of that. And also we've estimated their cost saving potential as around like 9% and provided a set of recommendations, and they took it for implementation at that point of time. So other customers, so I didn't mention that we're originally are from Russia. And so our home markets, the local markets are Russia and CIS. So we've recently started expanding to other markets in the area. So we signed a contract, for example, with Eurasian Bank. And out of the sample customers, I can name like banks like VTB, is top 3 bank in Russia, and the subsidiary bank of Societe Generale. We've recently completed a successful pilot for them, and we'll be scaling hopefully both in several geographies, so both in Russia and potentially in France as well. And the good thing about the product is that as we're leveraging the data which is used by the global card schemes, so then the product itself is very easily scalable globally, because the data sets and the data structure is the same in different geographies. So we just need to customize a little bit the tariffs, but it usually takes us 1 to 2 weeks to do that. A couple of words about the team. So we have a good mix of experience in payments and data analysis and consulting for banks. So myself, I have like 10 plus years of experience for doing consultancy for financial service industry and banks, 5 of which I've spent in MasterCard. My partner Igor has also spent almost 8 years in MasterCard doing some IT and technical implementation. I also have Dennis, who is after our like BI and data model implementation. And so in few words, that's it. So we're very happy to be here, and we figured out that the pain points of the banks are actually the same in different geographies. So we have a couple of talks to banks in India and Singapore, and figure out that the things that we're doing are also quite like compelling to them. And so looking forward to scale up geography here as well. So thank you very much. Any questions?
Thanks a lot, Kirill.
Yeah, either here
Really
or
appreciate it. So to the audience, if you're working with banks, or if you are leading retail business in the bank, then definitely we need to talk about Taurus, right? And how Taurus can solve your problem statement within your bank or within your customers. Again, thanks a lot, Kirill. And if you have any questions for Kirill, you can ask them in the chat. And I think we'll have to move to the next presentation now. Okay. Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Khalid. Jason, are you there? So we have Jason from Varabento based in Hong Kong. Rick, I think this is very important to you since you are looking into the food tech solutions. Go ahead, Jason, please.
Okay, thank you. I'm Jason from Varabento. Varabento is a Hong Kong food technology company transforming food service using our hot train bento machine platform. In traditional food service industry, the pain points are high rent, high labor costs, and right now the impact of coronavirus. Varabento is providing a solution using our hot train bento machine platform to transform food service. The advantage of our platforms are low rent, low labor costs, and good hygiene to be anti-coronavirus. How can we achieve such advantage? The core components of our platform is our patented hot train bento machine. Hot train means that after the foods are cooked, they are always kept at above 65 degrees during the logistic chain and also inside the machine to ensure the food fresh, hygienic, and ready to eat. Let me show you a video demonstrating the operation of the machine. So the features of the machines are hot, speedy, hygienic, and with our self-owned IP. Varabento is not a company selling the machine, but a company providing an all-in-one platform to help food service companies expand their sales channels at low cost and high efficiency. The platform includes the machine, hot chain logistic equipment, license approval support, IoT, and e-payment solutions. So food service company only need to focus on cooking their foods, then we take care of all other things to help them expand their sales channel. Behind the platform, it's our AI-powered sales intelligence backend. The backend is composed of two major components, sales funnel tracking and sales insight discovery. Sales funnel tracking is powered by non-facial recognition tracking without privacy concern to increase the customer's conversion rate in our sales funnel. It interacts with the sales insight discovery on cloud to drive sales efficiency and edge out the food service competition. You might ask whether the foods are delicious under such high temp storage. The answer is yes. The food quality has been proved with our own brand bentos in Hong Kong, which has been sold at a quantity of over 90,000 pieces of bentos. What are our competitive advantage? Hygiene and cost effectiveness are two major competitive advantage, differentiating us from traditional restaurants and door-to-door delivery service. Who are our ideal customers? For B2C, our end users will be business office workers with very limited time of lunch break. And for B2B2C, our ideal customers are food service company with central kitchen, standard operation procedure, and the willingness of introducing 10+ machine in a batch. The machine and the platform has been verified in our operation in Hong Kong. We have expanded to 14 sales locations across Hong Kong. And the business model has been recognized by Hong Kong mainstream media and also Hong Kong and global organizations, including Hong Kong Cyberport, Lime HK, China Alibaba Entrepreneurship Fund, EthAum Singapore, Japan Tokyo Government, JETRO, and Japan Mutual Bank. In spite of the impact of coronavirus, Fundamental has achieved 500% year-over-year sales growth in the past year. As a contrast, Hong Kong restaurant industry recorded minus 40% year-over-year revenue decline last year. Last but not least, our founders team. I'm Jason, CEO of the company. I started and worked in Japan for years. That's why I have such a passion of Japanese bentos and vending machine. The machine R&D is responsible by Dr. Stephen, who has over 30 years of experience in electronic industry and has received over 30 patents. The food quality, particularly the food quality for the hot chain solution, is taken charge by our Japanese co-founder, Manabu Oigawa, who was a former head chef of City Super in Hong Kong, which is a very large Japanese supermarket chain in Hong Kong. Please join us. We are looking for food service partners and smart city solution partners to transform food service together with our future-ready food tech, the hot chain bento machine platform. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jason. Really appreciate the presentation. Do we have any question for Jason? Probably we can take one question. 3, 2, 1. I think we should move to the next presentation. If you have any question for Jason, please feel free to ask in chat. We'll be happy to respond to your questions. And obviously you can connect with us later on LinkedIn, email, or other formats.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Now I would like to call Yaniv from Projects.
Hi, everyone. Pleasure to be on this meeting. Let me share my screen. Right, so we are Projects, and we are developing an AI-powered image recognition platform. We are 3 founders. All of us are quite vast experience in the high-tech industry. We have more than 20 years, each one of us working with different startups, international companies. And quick intro about Projects. So we started in February 2020. Although we had the pandemic and we all experienced that, but we ran very fast to POCs with clients, and we convert those clients to paying clients by December 2020. We have 3 patents application in preparation status for the active learning and machine learning and neural networks area, incremental neural network. We are bootstrapped, and we finished our 2020 total income with 50K, and our forecast ARR for 2021 is 350K. And the market we are aiming to is the image recognition market, which is evaluated in 2019 by $27 billion. In the United States and APAC was almost like $9 billion. And it's going to almost double itself in the next several years. So what is the biggest challenge we are seeing in AI, and how Projects is helping to solve the problem? So many people want to implement AI. Many companies, corporates would like to develop their AI applications, but they find themselves in a situation that they have a lot of visual data on one hand, and on the other hand, they have the business use case, and how they supposed to close that gap, how they can translate this tremendous amount of data into some useful AI application. So the current solution in the market are divided to, that's a different way of implementing the solution. So the first step is data collection, and data collection, it's of course something that the company is doing all the time. They might have it, they might buy it, or they might even generate it. And this is cost, of course, time. It takes time and it costs money. Then they need to go through a process of data cleansing and data labeling, because they need to have some understanding what there is in that data, which objects they're looking for. And again, that's also a process that requires time and money. And after that, they need to build some platform, like an auto machine learning platform or any other system that will help them to understand the business needs and how they can use all that data. And this is another stage in the process. And of course, eventually they need to have some expertise, knowledge. people in-house that will do the QA, the data scientists, the project operation. Of course, they need to have some engagement with cloud providers and so on and so forth. So eventually, this is a very complex, very time-consuming, and very, very expensive process. And if you have all of that, eventually you will reach your application, your AI application or your business application, which allow you to present it into the market or use it within your clients. And what we offer, especially for the imagery part of that data, is a quick results of 3 questions that every customer asks himself when he starts to deal with data. He's to detect the data, they identify the data and classify it. And this is the most important questions they're asking. So how we do it, and this is our revolutionary. We allow clients to upload the data into our cloud-based engine. And during this process, we actually extract the data and defining the object detection, object identification, and object classification. And in that way, it allows the clients to immediately use that answers and use that data for a real world AI application. If we take it to the next step, and we will see what actually we are offering. So we built something, or we developed something that called Project Vision Engine. And you can take a look on that engine as a very simple way to choose what you're looking for within your data. So we have multiple classes, okay, that each one of them represent our neural networks or machine learning. And now the customer can define his business requirements. So let's assume that I'm in the automotive industry and I'm looking for the vehicle, the maker, and the model. Great, so you choose that classification. Then those classifications running through our engine. We're using, of course, GPUs. We're looking into the imagery data. We can also support videos. And eventually, after we process that data, we allow the client to understand how we can use that data. So the outcome he receives is exactly fits for his business use case. And he can take it as any other format that he used to work with. It can be JSON, it can be XML, it can be images. So now he has a very quick answers, okay, how to use the data and how to implement that data within his business case. So eventually our platform and our solution aim to enable customers to accelerate the AI projects and of course to reduce the time and the cost. Again, from our experience, it's at least 50%. A little bit about how customers actually use our platform. So this is one of our clients, OmniQ. This is a US-based client. Their turnover revenue is about $100 million a year. And they have multiple application and different type of services they're offering. And these customers have enough data. So they don't need customers or they don't need services to generate the data or to collect the data. And on the other hand, they definitely don't want to deal with all the operation that comes with human in the loop solutions. So platforms like Cloud Factory and SuperAnnotate and Elion and others are not really suitable for this type of client. And eventually they had 2 options, which is like most of the clients and most of the software vendors in the industry doing today, is to go for the in-house solution. So in their case, they had 3 full-time employees in Salt Lake City. They have another person in Israel, another team offshore to help them to do the marking and the labeling. And of course, they needed to develop everything in-house in terms of the pipeline and the cloud services. Or they had the option to switch to projects. And the fact that they are reduce the cost, which is very important for them, they also simplify the whole process, working with the imagery data and doing all the data analysis. And they just need to log into our services, choose their industry, choose the classes, and receive the outcome. And from that point, they get the really unique value proposition that projects offer, which is a very simple way to use these very complex pipelines that everybody's trying to develop in-house. They will not require any integration to their software solution or to their services. They get fast results and very consistent results. And eventually, for every dollar they spend, they get much more data to process with a very efficient and accurate results. And now, if you're now talking to this client and we are in a very close connection with him, they're so excited about projects that they are starting to really now offering new services to the market, like tire recognition or other type of services to their existing clients. So this is a little bit about our roadmap. Of course, I will not get to the technical details, but we are now moving from offline to real time, and eventually we will offer our solution at the edge. Our market, which is very interesting, is US based and APAC. Of course, EMEA is a very interesting one, and we already start to discuss our solution with some companies and huge insurance companies in EMEA. And basically, we have three types of clients: the tier 1, the tier 2, and the tier 3. Again, since we are a cloud-based platform, we can work with different clients. And of course, we are looking for always new clients. This is a little bit about our go-to-market strategy. So we are looking for partners, and business partners are definitely one of our main channel to penetrate the market. This is about our traction a little bit. So we move very fast from the alpha version to commercial version and paying clients. And now we are working on our next plan, which is the gaining more international clients. And currently, as you can see, this month we're going to release our new version, which is going to be an enterprise class grade. And we are talking to some, and those who are familiar with those names, some of them are based in Europe, some of them are based in other countries. So we're definitely now looking for expanding our solution. This is about projects. If you have any question, guys, you can feel free, or you can chat me in the Zoom. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Yaniv. There's a question in the chat, how your solution is different than AutoML solution provided by Google and AWS.
Okay, to make a long story short, we know SageMaker, and we're talking to clients that are working with SageMaker, and basically we're also talking to AWS to become one of the 9 listed vendors on their SageMaker and Turk platform. The main difference, I think, between us and Google and AWS is the fact that you actually need to have the data science expertise. You need to do the integration. You need to build the pipeline. And they are mainly focused on giving you the platform. They want to sell GPUs. They want to sell service. They want to sell any other softwares that they are offering on their cloud services. They don't aim to give you the answer. So eventually, yeah, you can use AWS, and we are also working on their platform, but we don't use any of their components or their software. So if you have the expertise and the time and the money to invest in building the whole pipeline on AWS, of course you can do it. But if you want the answer, okay, without dealing with all the workflow and the investment, which is very expensive investment, and there is a lot of technology inside it, okay, you can just upload your raw data to our platform and get an answer in a very fast and a quick timeline.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot, Yaniv. Do we have any other questions for Yaniv? Probably we can take questions in chat. Thanks a lot, Shai. Please continue. Go ahead.
Hi, and thank you for the opportunity to present. So my name is Shai Rosenzweig, and I am the CEO and founder of Intentify. We help companies to accelerate growth by actively targeting buyers. And usually when you look on the CRM or marketing automation platform across the B2B market, you'll have lots of data, but the important data is not there. So who is buying my solution right now? Who is researching for information? And this is where we come in. We provide an automated solution for targeting active buyers, reducing the customer acquisition cost by up to 80%, while increasing the conversion rate by up to 50%, using an intent predictive algorithms. We use millions of data sources across the web and the enterprise applications to build the knowledge graph. And then we launch automated campaigns on LinkedIn, email, and other channels in order to schedule meetings, bring free trials, and improve brand awareness across the market. So we are the only player in the market that has the capabilities to analyze those millions of data points and make a new database per the customer request and analyze who in his market is actually buying those solutions or researching information about those solutions. How does it work? We take few keywords that describe the product. We understand what's your target audience, and then we start building the database. It takes 2 to 4 weeks usually to build the initial database, and then we launch automated campaigns on a monthly basis based on the intent results. The best channel so far for us was the LinkedIn bot, which is basically approaching those companies and prospects with a very targeted messaging, very personalized approach, and bring the expected outcome. Some flow of the platform. So as I said, you define the target audience. You can also give us list of accounts or business domains. You give us the keywords of the product or service offering. We then map the market, including who is your customer, who is not your customer, who are you currently in process with. Then we do the monthly intent analysis. And this is a 3-level intent: company level, business unit level, and prospect level. And we are getting this data from thousands of sources. So this may vary from months to months, and we are able to give you the trends. So how many people are researching about specific topic within each company and how it changes over time. Another thing that we do is we analyze social media. So changes to LinkedIn profiles, likes, shares, meetups, everything which is related to social media, we are monitoring this information. And eventually, as I said, we use the LinkedIn bots to target those people. And we are able to provide statistics like how many people accepted a connection request, how many people replied, what's the conversion rate to a free trial meeting or content download. And this is some examples of what happened in last months. We helped our design partner to target huge companies like Diageo, Pitney Bowes, Applied Materials. So we scheduled 20 meetings within 1 month. As you can see, there's some companies in the market like ZoomInfo, LeadSpace, and Bombora, if you heard the names. But our solution replaced most of them for all our design partners. Thank you very much. I will share my email in the chat if you would like to send questions. I really appreciate that.
Thanks a lot, Shai. That was pretty quick and fantastic.
Thank you.
I like that. Do we have any questions for Shai? If you are really struggling with B2B conversions or lead generation, obviously you need to ask questions to Shai or probably connect with him later. Yeah, if there are no questions right now, how different it is from text AU. So there's a question from Sumit, how different it is from text AU.
So actually, I'm not familiar with this company. I'm happy to take a look on the solution and come back to you with the differences that we have from them.
Fantastic. Sumit, could you please write your email ID to Shai so that he can come back to you? Fantastic. Thanks a lot. Now we have Terence to talk about Pulsify.
Hi, thanks. Hi, Terence. I'm the Chief Business Officer for Pulsify. So we are a people data platform. And when we ask companies and hiring managers what are their greatest assets, they talk about their great people, and we agree. And what we help them do is to unleash the potential of their people. So how do we do that? We provide them with the continuum of solutions across selecting people, internal and external, across selecting high potential, and also succession management within the organization. So how do we do this? I wanted to use an analogy. So imagine a platform, a device that takes all the ingredients that you have and puts it into the machine, and it recommends suitable recipes out of thousands in its library. It will also tell you what ingredients are missing, and it will cook for you. And after that, it will modify the recipe for the next time based on your taste preference, whether you like it more spicy, less salty, less sweet. And so imagine the people data platform. What we do is unify multiple sources of people data, and that is those are the ingredients. With these ingredients, we are able to predict the outcomes of whether these people will be successful at the jobs, and we significantly improve the quality and efficiency of the acquisition of talent and management. So using the analogy, take the ingredients, and the ingredients here would be things that describe a person, which is CVs, psychometric assessments, video interviews, records in any HRIS database. We put that into the platform. The platform is able to predict the success of the person based on their hard skills, human skills, their traits, and any other aspect of the person based on thousands of profiles in our database. And using organizational psychology, be able to predict how they will perform. So it will come up with a fit score, and that fit score is out of 10. The higher the score, the better. And it represents the predicted success. And with this predicted success, we'll be able to go through and train the algorithm to continue to search for the types of people that would be
Hi, Terence. Are you still there? I think I lost you.
who you're looking for. Okay, region. So we started off with Nestle. That's our first and largest customer. We started in one country. We are now across in 6 countries. And we've worked with other consumer product companies like Reckitt Benckiser, Heineken. We've also started work with KPMG across Southeast Asia and expanding into Europe. I will now just show you a video of how the platform actually works. So what you see here is our collaboration with SuccessFactors. And if you were to create a requisition on the platform, it will allow you to choose Pulsify from SuccessFactors. And from there, it will take you into the Pulsify platform, where you can go through and upload your CVs, of which the platform will analyze and take all the data. You'll also be able to take some assessments. You can choose the assessments that you want to take out of the 6. So there are personality assessments and cognitive assessments. It will then put this into this format where a recruiter or a hiring manager can look at all the ingredients that describe a person, hear the personality, the culture, what kind of work interest, whether it fits a customer-facing or non-customer-facing role, cognitive, and come up with a fit score on the top right-hand corner. With that, you can use them to screen and make decisions on people. Extending from that, once we understand the people, we can also provide personalized learning and development for individuals. We'll be able to come out and show the talent across the entire organization through dashboards. In this particular case, it's a high potential program. The benefits would be more than 90%. So in this particular case was Nestle, where we achieved a more than 90% prediction based on the selection criteria that they gave us. We've also got more than 90% in between alignment, and this is also Heineken. We're able to do in a blind test, achieve more than 90% alignment with what a panel of humans had decided. We are also able to select cultural fit and a high accuracy of 80% for high potential employees who should be in that pool, and achieve quite a high number of time savings, up to 70%, due to the scalability and automation of the platform. So in terms of benefits, ultimately better candidates and better fit. We understand each person and able to then lead into tailored recommendations based on their strengths and areas of development. We are able to give a modern and delightful candidate experience, one place for all their people data, and significant time and cost, savings in times and cost. So thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Terence. I'm glad that you didn't present all 43 slides. and this time the network was not so unstable. So thanks for that.
Thank you.
Any questions for Terence? Okay, we can ask questions in chat if you have them later. I would like to invite Amit Chachak from VR Now. Amit, could you please start? presenting your screen?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, it should work. Is it working now?
Yep.
Do you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Awesome. Hi, thank you guys. My name is Amit Chacek, and I'm the CEO of this company named We Are. It's a visual AR solution for the retail store. Powered by machine learning and computer vision, we increase revenue, productivity, and efficiency at the retail store. I founded this company together with my brother and Yaniv. I'm coming from a VFX background, working a lot with brands and technologies. My brother Tomer coming from the algo trading solutions, and Yaniv is our lead software engineer. And our advisory board is built from Orion Barr. It's a world-leading expert in augmented reality. Guy Schechter, helping us with strategic and business, and Aristal that sold his company to Apple around machine learning and computer vision. So we're all very excited about this company, and let me tell you more about what we're solving. So today, especially post and through COVID, we see high demand on online orders. And what we really see is that grocery have been raised up really high, and the retailers don't really keep up. They're also using a lot of third-party solution to help them meet those demands. It takes them about 60 minutes to pick one order, and that takes a lot of time. And there are different problems that can help and increase those efficiency in those stores while pickers are trying to meet the online demands. We believe with we can increase this efficiency in about 30%. And just picking faster, being more efficient at the store. Let me tell you more about that. So in general, what this company is doing today is the store management solution, like I just started to describe, and a superior in-store AR experiences that already generate revenue to the company. In terms of management solution, we're talking about a store mapper and ability to use your edge device, your phone, to map your store in a very high and efficient way. The AR picking tool will help them pick better at the store with visual search. Looking at the store mapper, we provide an updated omni-channel solution to reduce missing products, have much more accurate solution for your shelf, and helping to optimize picking routes. How it looks exactly like that. That's a screen record from the phone. You can see how fast and accurate we actually building this 3D, I would say, environment segmentation. Picking tool will be a visual search. We can even do multiple orders, so not just one by 60 minutes an order, but even 2 of them in much higher rates. So just looking on the colors, matching them to the right color, going one by one should be a very simple and easy way to perform these tasks. And we currently see great traction about both of those tools. We're about to engage with a large retailer to implement those solution, hopefully very soon. The superior in-store, I would say, AR experiences, that's something we have some experience about. We've been implemented in Sam's Club, and today about to launch with a larger scale with even a bigger retailer in the US. And we're really excited about that. So their campaign engine is eventually a QR code that you're looking at the store, and that will ignite an entire AR experience around your shelf, products, category, doesn't really matter. Our technology is here to handle very high and dense amount of products in a very, grocery store. It's the most dense product-based environment. I would say the hardest to localize in. So we see, I would say this again, we're talking about instance AR marketing campaign, brand awareness, user relationship, and increased conversion. So I'm looking on one product, I can refer to another product that's affiliate program in the internet world. But I can even, increase awareness and engaging with the brand and the consumer at a specific point in time, in the point of decision, as we call it. So we believe this is a really exciting and powerful tool to present the digital assets on top of the physical real world situation. And we see great engagement around that. So 7 clicks per session, that's something we see most of the times. No one really starting and stopping. Most of the most of the engagement with AR are really exciting, and people are really like to engage and experience more and more. So 2018, we started with Sam's Club. We built a Magic Card experience. We call it a treasure hunt experience, I would call. So the cart was changing and to different characters. You can find different Easter eggs around the store, ignite more information about products. Very fun, and also presented a scalable solution for a gamified environment. We recognize the environment in real time and then be able to provide those kind of games. With 5G Verizon, we then tested how can we actually be very fast and efficient while fetching information from the cloud with 5G in real time. And we believe that was a great success because looking on the shelf, recognizing the products, you then fetch the real-time information from the cloud for this specific person in that moment in time. Same can be applied not just to grocery store, but also to other retailers. Any physical environment could be connected to the digital assets, and we believe that's what we're here to do. That's the card I talked about, that changing to different characters and fun engagement at the store. And yes, our go-to-market is mainly brands and retailers and strategic partners. So whoever one of you guys would like to engage with brands and physical stores, we'll have to talk with. And we're really excited about this platform and the upcoming engagements with this company. Competitive advantage for us. We have experiencing, I would say, 10 years of cloud processing for machine learning, and we believe it's time to bring it to the edge. Our entire solution is based on the edge device to recognize and understand the physical space. And we also have proprietary IP, been submitted more than 2 years ago. And this is how it looks behind the hood for you guys to see a bit how powerful and fast it is. So yeah, just to summarize, what we're doing is shelf management tools and AR campaign engine. Thank you.
Fantastic, Amit. Really appreciate it. Do we have any question for Amit? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Sumit says very good presentation. Sumit, please feel free to ask question. If not now, you can do that in the chat. Okay, fantastic. Let me take the next presentation. Thanks a lot, Amit. Praveen. Yeah, Praveen is based in India from DigiBeams. Go ahead, please start sharing your screen. Now we are moving from augmented reality to digital human beings. Go ahead, Praveen.
Yeah, hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Praveen from startup DigiWings. We are developing AI-powered digital humans and mainly targeting companies like who are trying to humanize their customer experiences. Not so long ago, most of the communication with the customers used to be handled by human agents. which helped brands to build trust and emotional connection with their customers, but they were not so scalable. In recent years, most of these conversations are handled by some kind of AI, whether it's a chatbot or a voice AI, which are very highly scalable. But when it comes to building trust and emotional connection, they usually fail. So we believe this is happening because most of the human communication is non-verbal, like it includes gestures, facial expressions, and body language, which is currently missing in these interfaces. Digital humans are a new interface. There's an upcoming field just started in 2019, which allows us to incorporate all these non-verbal aspects into human-machine communication. Brands who are already adopted it, mostly banks, they are seeing 5x increase in their net promoter score and customer satisfaction scores. 89% of their repeat users are preferring digital human channel to have a conversation with the brand directly. And today, digital human is becoming a middle step between a real human agent and a chatbot, bringing in the best of the both the worlds. Digital humans are used as customer support assistants, sales concierges, healthcare coaches, financial advisors, especially in banking sector, healthcare sector, retail and insurance sector. And they also can be used as digital influencers, especially representing brands like on social media platforms. Many brands like P&G, Boston Dynamics, everybody deployed digital influencers, and recently WHO also deployed a digital influencer for promoting COVID related information on social media. So in our business model, we had essentially have three different packs. The starter pack, we mainly aim for startups and SMEs. It starts as $499 a month with a setup fees of $10,000. And a pro pack, it starts around $2,000 a month. And enterprise version, it starts around $6,000 a month. And in enterprise version, we also aim to develop end-to-end development. We also take care of conversational design, deployment on whatever platform the client will want. We're also developing an in-house project called Sara in collaboration with IIIT Hyderabad, which mainly focuses on mental health of students. So it's essentially developed by students. We are given a platform. Is Sara also? Is also works as a virtual influencer. It also has a presence on social media platform, and it's also India's first general intelligence project having complex reasoning and memory skills. So far, we have one client, paying client. They're a telehealthcare company. We have received few interest from a few more companies in India and out and from UK. And so far, we received an award at Virtual Being Summit at LA, and we also won IBM National Hackathon. Currently, we are part of EthAum's EthAum Venture Program and IIIT Hyderabad Accelerator Program. So far, we have version 2. Version 3 currently in deployment, which will have much more multi-modal analysis, which means like the virtual human can also detect the facial expressions of the user and accordingly change the conversational behavior. And after that, we are aiming to build a platform, self-service platform, where actually companies can directly hire. They can choose from 5 to 6 or 7 to 8 digital humans, and they can directly plug into their conversation system and embed those links into their websites and apps. So this will make DigiWings very scalable, and then we'll focus on VR and AR devices. It's our team. Varun comes from working with enterprise projects, like he developed chatbot projects for Microsoft and PwC. I'm a conversational designer, and Vassal is a game developer having 7 to 8 years experience in game development. So that's it. So anybody has any questions, I would like to answer.
Thanks a lot, Praveen. Really appreciate it. That was pretty quick. Do we have any questions for Praveen? Okay, again, you can ask questions in chat if you want. I would like to invite Vinayak now. Vinayak is based in India, and he is the CEO of Vouch. Fantastic. Go ahead, Vinayak.
Hello. Hi, I'm Vinayak. I'm one of the founders of Vouch. So if you look at the current hiring scenario, the average amount of money spent to hire a candidate is around $4,000. Even after spending that kind of money, only 50% of the hires are totally satisfactory. So there are like multitude of problems that are wrong with the current hiring process. There is no specific tools currently available to clean the past performance data of the candidate. And even if you post a job online, you'll get like huge volume of applicants. And out of that huge volume of applicants, many of the resumes are made up. It's so easy to make up a resume these days. And even if you have a standardized test, there are specific websites and coaching institutes that will help candidates to crack those tests. Even they might not be a good cultural fit for the company. And then there's elimination bias. So at Vouch, we help companies hire talent that are vouched by other top talent. So we help companies in two ways. We have a consumer-based company, which will help companies in sourcing the best talent out there. And we help, and our B2B component, which will help in curation. By curation, we mean we help you in getting much better insight into the candidate's past performance data by automating reference checks. So I'll walk you through both the process right now. So first, let's start with the consumer-based component. So the top talent out there in the market are not active job seekers. I'm not the one who are visiting job sites every single day. They leverage their network to get hired. So essentially what we are building at Vouch is the world's first referral network, where we incentivize people for helping companies identify top passive candidates. So here's the process of how a Vouch is done. So as we are a consumer-based platform, anybody can sign up in our platform. So if you get signed up in our platform, we'll authenticate you professionally using your LinkedIn and using your work email. We'll be knowing who you are and where you are working with. And putting your social capital at risk, you can vouch for people that you think are excellent in their job. But for the sake of quality, we're ensuring that anybody can vouch for only 10 people. And the action of vouch is simple. It's not just as simple as pressing a button. You need to describe what is the relationship with the candidates and what were the feedbacks about the candidates. And collecting all these data points, we'll assign a score for each referral and upload to our referral network. So as soon as there's an open role in our partner companies, our cutting edge algorithm sources through the entire network and finds out who are the best talent out there and suggests it to you. So let's speak about the let's speak about the B2B aspect of that. So reference check are the best way to bring past performance data. But in the current recruitment process, the reference check is only just a tick mark at the recruitment process and most probably found at the end of the recruitment process. So if you look at the problems in the recruitment process, it's so manually intensive. The recruiter needs to coordinate, set up time, email them, phone call them, write notes when they are talking with them, and upload all these data into ATS. All these takes for a reference checking candidate take around like 90 minutes, and the reference check completion rate is only 30%. And the aim of our Vouch is to like make reference check an integral part of recruiting, not as a tick mark. So this is the experience that I'm giving to all our companies, which is like fully automated and with zero manual intervention. So the core of our Vouch API is an intelligent referencing engine, where we'll be automating all the previously set manual intensive work. And based on all the data that we collect from the candidate, we'll give a beautiful report to the recruitment manager. So as soon as a candidate steps in the row of the interview, you exactly know how he performed in the previous job. So this is the summary of how we are going to help companies. We give companies vetted quality candidates which are vouched by other top people. So we help filter top candidates. We give economic opportunity to people by referring top talent around them. And we are only focused upon passive candidates. The experience that we built is mobile first, and everything will take less than 5 minutes. And we are a great way to find underrepresented candidates. So this is the team. We are 4 members. I take care of the product and the business development side of the company. Then we have Abraham, Tony, and Akmal. Abraham and Tony are hardcore engineers, and Akmal is a designer as well as an engineer. So all of us have been known each other since 4 years, and this is our second HR tech startup. Our first HR tech was acquired by Infologic 1.5 years back. So feel free to check out our platform, and if you have any questions, I'm keen to answer.
Thanks a lot, Vinayak. Really appreciate it. So yeah, everybody was sticking around, and So yeah, I was just saying that, hey, thanks everybody for sticking around and looking at all the presentations. Again, if you want to connect with the startups, please feel free to write me on LinkedIn, on email, and you can also connect with the startups over LinkedIn or email. And yeah, we would love to hear from you, and we would love to connect startups with you so that we can talk further. I'm just putting my email ID over here so that you can copy it and talk further. Okay. Thanks a lot, everybody, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Stay safe.